Welcome to My Opinion here on My Opinion TV. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell. As soon as a video is released, you'll be one of the first to be notified. And this morning, we want to give you an excerpt, a video we saw on Loop News. They did an interview with released gangster Christopher Dawg Paw Linton. And if you don't know by now, Linton was freed. He was sentenced in 2013 to 15 years in prison on charges of shooting with intent and illegal possession of firearm, and he was freed in April. His conviction was quashed in the Court of Appeal. Linton did an interview with Loop News, and as I said, I'll play the interview here based on what Loop News are saying. It's actually a two-part interview, and a lot of persons would want to hear what he has to say. And for virtue of that reason, I will rebroadcast that interview here on My Opinion TV. Linton and Micah Allen were charged with the shooting at two policemen who were traveling in a vehicle along Tavern Drive in Eastern St. Andrew in 2010. The accused man denied the allegation at their trial, but were found guilty and each sentenced to 15 years in prison for illegal possession of firearm and 15 years for shooting with intent. The lawyers subsequently filed an appeal and were acquitted on a verbal decision handed down in April by the appeal court. Well, you'll hear Linton speaks as he tells us what his plans are and the harassment of him by police. So, listen as Christopher Dawg Paw Linton speaks. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell. As soon as a video is released, you'll be the first to be notified. And after this video, that's the end of my opinion for this day. Take care of a loved one, take care of a neighbor, take care of a children, and make sure, look out for
Being released from behind bars. How are you feeling?
Well, Mr. Kimo, I can say it's an amazing feeling to be free and to be reunited with the family and the members of the community. You know. Yeah.
Back on the street for so many days though. Why haven't you come forward, to speak your truth, to let us hear what's on your mind?
Okay, well, let me say, after being away for so long, for so much years, one would need some time to thaw out, like to feel back the energy, to get back mixed with society, to get that feeling back. Well, finally we are here now, so yeah.
Any form of anger, when you sit and look back, so many years out of your life, spent behind bars, any form of frustration?
Well, frustration. It was a frustrating time of my life, yes. Most frustrating part of my life, But we're here today. It's still focused. It's still mentally firm. So I just say it's a part of life and it's an experience one would never want to encounter again. But we're here, we've learned from it. We're here to paint a better picture as we go forward in life.
So where do you go from here?
From here, I think I'd start by making the right decisions, motivating the youths, in the right future.
In the past, do you think you were misunderstood? The police, we have heard reports that they would have gone out to paint a bad picture of you. Why do you think that is so?
Well, I can't say specifically, but let me just say that I told you I was right,
How so?
We spoke on the interview, the first interview, and I told you I was an innocent man. I told you I was wrongfully accused. But it speaks for itself. The justice, I must applaud the justice system for, you know, for the tremendous work in getting it right. You know, other than that, we just here. It's nice to be free, and it's a nice feeling being free. But it's also messed up to be free and still being harassed by the system.
When you say harass, talk to me about that.
Harassment comes on like whichever car, they know that affiliates, you know, whichever car that attaches to us, like the vehicles that we are attached to, that I'm attached to, they normally gets pulled over more than once, a lot of times now since I'm home, even with the kids in the vehicle, especially a vehicle that they seize that is being occupied by my baby mother. You know, they traumatize the kids after me. Don't know why. I'm now free and they're still harassing me.
Are you afraid though? You know, based on what you're seeing and how they're acting, you know, are you in fear?
In fear. At times. You know, at times I'm fearful based on a certain environment or environments that I have to go through at times. I'm fearful that without the presence of, you know, elders or, you know, suitable like elders, I think things will, you know, I'm fearful that in those spaces and times things could go wrong and will go wrong because I'm still being harassed by the system.